Hey everybody, how you doing? It's a beautiful day here in Minnesota. I think it's like 0 degrees outside. Yeah, okay. Making the most of it though. You still got to get outside, get into nature if possible. It really feeds the soul because we are animals. Animals like to get outside for a walk. You are the master. You are the animal. You get to decide what you do with you. Okay, so you are your own keeper. You are your brother's keeper. Okay, and the cool thing about that is that we get to decide what we do with ourselves, but we are an unruly beast. Truly, we are obviously an unruly beast. We all know the things that we have to or should be doing, or most of us know the things that we should be doing in life to promote a happy, healthy existence here, but getting ourselves to do it is a kind of the bugaboo to the deal. So some things that have been working well for me is, like the mindset stuff and career path and all of that stuff, and having fun things to live for. To be able to contribute to your loved ones, your family members, those are all amazing things. But if you feel like crap every day and you don't have the energy, or you're in a bad mood, or you just generally kind of grumpy, and life just is not enjoyable, who's gonna go and be a blessing if you can't even manage to get out of bed, or you need to distract yourself by watching TV or whatever to just get out of your own head because you just don't feel right? Well, guess what? The biggest reason that you don't feel right, most likely, I mean, there's exceptions to the rule, but except for me, or this is what it was for me, is that I was ingesting toxic amounts of sugar and poisonous food every day. Every day. It doesn't matter if you have a salad or you have some vegetables or taking supplements, if you're actively poisoning yourself, on a daily basis. You can't do any of these other things, or at least it's very difficult to do these other things, to be a blessing to your friends, family, to go and seek the betterment of your family, yourself, your mind, your brain, working on the mindset piece and all of these fun philosophical tools that you can implement, and they are very effective. But I'll tell you what, when I have deviated from what I should be eating, and my blood sugars are all messed up or whatever, I don't feel good enough to all of that stuff. Not all of it, but a big portion of it goes out the window if I'm not sticking to my diet, if I'm not feeding my body the way it needs. So number one, I implore you, because I care about you, and I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't want you, if I didn't care about your life. And I really have had an amazing transformation in my life, and I want this for you. And it is absolutely available to you as well. Number one, cut out the toxins. Excessive amounts of sugar, it is poisonous. Our bodies were not meant to process this crazy amounts of carbohydrate, or just, basically sugar, especially, the added sugars and whatnot. Artificial sweeteners, literally, they were discovered, or at least aspartame was a guy who was formulating a pesticide, okay? He got some on his fingers and ended up finding out that it was sweet, okay? And then they said, oh, okay, well, we can use this as a food product. It's a pesticide, okay? That's in most diet sodas and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is, if a lake is polluted, okay, if you're actively dumping toxic stuff into a lake, is there anything that you can add to it to detoxify it? I don't know. I don't think so, because the toxins are in there. Adding good things on top of it is not going to take away the fact that it's completely polluted. Our bodies are the same way. The mental and the physical they are the same. Our thoughts literally run across little highways, little highways. We have physical connections in our body. We have hormones that are triggered by mental stimuli. Okay. Like, so being around like toxic people, for instance, ingesting toxic information, stressful information, that all of that stuff has a physical effect on your body. Stress hormones will pop on and divert resources away from like your repairing, your body and that sort of thing, and divert it to, things that will keep you alive immediately, because your stress, your fight or flight gets kicked in, and it diverts resources, bodily resources, to like the fight or flight. Like, I got to run from a tiger right now, so I'm not going to work on healing this cancer over here, or whatever it is. So the mental and the physical are basically the same thing. They, like when you think of something, it literally has a physical effect. And when you repeat things over and over again, your body, because it's so calorically like consumptive to think. Like, your brain is consumes 20%, I guess, of your calories, even though it's a tiny part of your body, relative to the rest of it. Thinking is really calorically, consumptive, whatever. Anyway, so you will streamline that. The more times you do a thing, the more the brain will create a shortcut for it, or whatever. And so you can leverage that in a bunch of fun different ways. The more you repeat a thing, the more easy it is to do that thing. So that's kind of besides the point. But the point of the matter is number one, you've got to clean up your system. You don't have to do anything. But in order for yourself to feel good enough to take on these other challenges, like exercise is a huge piece. But if you don't feel good enough to go out and exercise because you're poisoning yourself on a daily basis, then it makes it really hard to get to the next step that will bring you to another level of wellness that will allow you to take on yet another challenge, which is some goals, in life, some going the extra mile, like feeling like you can actually accomplish these things, which you can. You absolutely can. But if you got to give yourself a fighting chance to do it. And baby steps. You don't have to do everything in a day. It would be nice if you did. You'd feel it. When I changed up my diet from eating like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like a half a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like every day, to eating, whole foods, unadulterated, like, vegetables and meats and stuff like that. Like, the feelings of anxiety and depression, that uneasy feeling that always had me going to go for a drink or go for a drug in order to relieve the fact that I just felt like crap. I felt like crap like almost all of the time, and just not comfortable in my skin. And the reason why that is just because I was poisoning myself on a daily basis and my body was hurting. So cleaning that up, number one, has been step one really in allowing me to feel good enough to take on these other challenges, then incorporating the exercise piece in the lifestyle. Then great, I'm feeling good enough. Now I can take on like fixing these, unhelpful brain, issues. You've got like your talk tracks that go on, in the back of your head that say, I'm not good enough. I can't do it. I'm not worth it. All of these things that we have, and you can't audibly hear them, but guess what? They are going on. They say that like 95% of everything that we do is dictated by our subconscious programming. Well, you can leverage that and basically brainwash yourself Brainwash yourself. Tell yourself these things, that you can do it, that you are worth it. You are strong. You are capable of these things. And absolutely your family, your friends, and the world, they all need you. Okay? They all want you in their life, and you be a blessing, showing up as your best self. You know, your loved ones want to see you doing well. And step one is cleaning out those toxins so you can function properly, so you can get to the next step, which is getting that exercise like our hunter-gatherer ancestors were on a daily basis. This is what we were designed to do. Okay, it is our nature to contribute to to protect ourselves and also contribute to the collective. I'm getting a call right now. It's my car. It's been in the shop. Anyway, I love you guys. It's a long video, but love you. Bye.